You most likely have too much free time. Every time that I can think about that I would give myself free time or I would just have free time in a day, those were my least productive days. So, for example, last year I did online school. So basically, had most of my day free except for when I go to work, which was generally 2 hours a day. And in the rest of that day, I would do maybe 2 to 5 hours of work. But realistically, I was only actually usefully spending maybe half of my day. And that wasn't because I didn't want to, or didn't want to work. I wanted to work. I was trying to grind. I was getting up every day with a goal. I was getting up and working out every day. I was doing what I needed to do. But because I had all that free time, I was like, oh well, I've already worked, so now I can sort of just chill. But then I can think to the times like earlier in this year, or even at like right now, where I go, well, I'm in school again, or I've got this job, or my weekend's busy, where I'm extremely busy. But because I'm extremely busy, I have to make the most of every hour or every 30 minutes, every 10 minutes of free time that I get. Right now, I've got to leave for school in exactly 15 minutes, or exactly 15 minutes. And I'm sitting in my room recording videos. I could just get ready and, be ready and be on time and be prepared. Or I could film these videos and then be in a rush. But I've decided to film this video and one other video because of this principle. I would rather film these videos and be in a bit of a rush to get ready than have the free time and go slow and relax and have a nice calm, not even nice calm, just a slow, be able to get ready nice and slowly. I'd rather be productive than be able to be slow. Every single time that I think of where I've had too much free time, I would waste that free time. I would work a bit and I'd go, well, I've done this work. I think back to last year, towards the end of the year, I was posting a bunch of YouTube shorts. And there was days where I'd make and post 20 or 30 YouTube shorts in a day. And then I wouldn't post any for the rest of the day and the next day and the next day. And I'd be doing 5 a day, and then a week later I've done no work. I'm like, well, I've done all that work. How come I can work for 8 hours straight in one go and then not do anything for 5 days? Well, it's because I had too much free time. I didn't have to do anything. I was like, well, 5 a day is basically as much as I can do. So that's one day a week of work. Okay, these videos I'm film that in 2 days. Like, I gave myself so much free time that I never got anything done. I would have maybe 2 productive days a week, and the rest of the week was sort of just really slow, barely doing anything, a couple of hours a day, right? But then when it comes to the last couple of months, say for instance when I was still in high school, and I would have regular school Monday to Friday, 9 till 3, and then I'd go to the gym, and then after that I'd do the other stuff. I was getting up at 4 a.m. and working for 3 hours, deep work blocks, no distractions. I was meditating, I was doing all this stuff. I was so on schedule because I had to. That time in the morning was the only time I had. Because I'd go to school, then I'd go straight to the gym, then I'd come home, and then I'd have maybe half an hour, if that, maybe not even that. Sometimes I wouldn't even have any time. I have maximum maybe an hour. Then I'd have jobs to do. Then it'd be dinner. Then it'd be dishes. And then by then it's 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I've got to go to sleep. And so that time was the only time I had in the morning. And at that time, for those, the first few months of the year, from like January when I started getting up at 5, but realistically when I went back to school in February, when school started again in February all the way until like June, when I went on monk mode, and then after that I had a bit of a up and down, right? But for those like 4 or 5 months, that was so productive, and especially those mornings from like 4 a.m. until 7, 8 a.m. was so productive because that was the only time I had. I couldn't procrastinate, I couldn't be lazy, I couldn't waste the time because I didn't have time to waste. I didn't have free time. Every single time you give yourself free time, you will waste it. Every single time you give yourself nothing to do, you will find something to do. You will always do something. You know when you're sitting in class and you start with something like beatboxing on the table, like making beats, or you start just like flicking around like a pencil, or you start like tapping your leg, whatever it is, you'll do something. Maybe you start humming, maybe you sit there thinking. You're always going to do something. Maybe you sit there and you're drinking from this bottle of water. That's what I do, is I'll have bottles of water everywhere. So, because if I get bored, I'll start drinking water. And all of a sudden I'll have drinking 2 bottles of water in like an hour, because I was just doing something. You will always find something to do. Think about something. Even if you're zoned out, you'll be thinking about something. You will do something. And so if you don't give yourself something productive to do, something beneficial to do, you're probably going to end up either one, wasting your time or doing something bad. Maybe you do something, whatever it is. Don't give yourself too much free time. Now, yes, resting, relaxing, catching up, that's good. But if you just have like hours of free time a day, you will waste it. And then you might think, oh, it's only a couple of hours a day, I've done all my work. But then you're going to want to do those things more. That's going to become a habit. And then it's going to become more and more and more. And because you gave yourself 2 hours of free time that day, you then end up watching, 8 seasons of some show in the next month. And then you get no work done a month from now. Don't give yourself too much free time because you will waste it. That's everything for today. My name is Sam. If you don't already know me, I'm a 15-year-old entrepreneur and creator. Other than that, have an amazing day. If you're interested in any of my other YouTube channels, the links are in the channel description. If you're interested in any of my products, the only product I have is my school community. That will be in the video description and the channel description if you're interested. Other than that, have an amazing day. I'm going to go get ready for school. See you.